Alright, I'm here. Hello. Give King Cider refresh. Oh, wait. I never changed. Oops. There we go. What? King, are you not on Pod Candy? Are you on Pod Candy? No, you're probably on Pod Candy. There you are. Hello, hello. Tetris friends. Sending out my message in a bottle. King, making sure he's on stencil. King's always on stencil. King's even got my broadcast in the bottom right corner. Hello and welcome. Oh, Ronclay's hosting deathmatch right now too. Stencil looks off on my scene. Probably just a me thing. Let me do some adjusting. Yeah, it's usually off on my end because I had to. Because other people usually aren't on stencil. Actually, shrink. Wrong direction. Makes a bit more uniform. I think that looks pretty decent. So King good for SPS. Waiting for boppy to bop in here. Oh, let me also promote this. Oh, Adam's going live. Kachira Mirror Wrecker. A lot of Tetris happening today. I'm here for it. Let me take a second to fix the King cam. Make sure all of King is in here. Is there more to the penguin? There's so much more to the penguin. Pause your Minecraft beta 1.7. 1.7? That seems early. I thought Minecraft was on like 1.18. You're going back to the good old days of Minecraft. And Bobby tops out 469 after that 18 start. God, 2011. Hi, Boppy. Welcome to the chat. Boppy, what's your take on same pieces? Are you a fan of them? Are you comfy with them for this gold matchup? Yes, yes. Here is your seed for set number 1, 3240 Alpha 8. And Boppy with first level select. Boppy throwing in an 18 all the way option. Check seeds. Boppy's good on the seed. And King go on the seed. King saying might call a 15. Well, let's see how this game 118 start goes. Both players ready. Let's get y'all counted down for game 1 of set 1 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And both players off, both players on the same seed. Got 3 T's, but both Boppy and King making them work. T, probably one of the better pieces to get bursted by. It's a very versatile piece. King getting set up in column 9 here. Gets a lumbar for a Tetris. Boppy has a square tuck situation. Decides not even to tuck it, just to block it. Boppy, a nice Corion setup to get set up for a dirty Tetris. Boppy 55, King at 52. King set up on the right. Boppy set up one row off the bottom. Lumbar comes for both players getting the Tetris. Both players' boards clean. Boppy just one row off the bottom. Lumbar's coming for both players. King able to knock down a second Tetris. Boppy having to take some time with the board. Gets a Tetris, but now has a couple major holes in the board that they're just going to take a second to reopen. King with his Tetris up to 168. Boppy 153. Little spire forming in Boppy's stack. King a Tetris. Boppy nails a Tetris as well. Would love an L to match the L that's there. Gets it. Really nice reopening of the well by Boppy. Gets a lumbar for the Tetris. King sets up, knocks one down as well. Time for some loaded Tetris. Hello, Ian. Ian, feel free to stick around for the next 3 hours, because King and Boppy are playing right now, and then after they're done, I play both Yeehaw and Ryan with an E, back to back. Those matches can be hosted on Adam Irish. Oh yeah, Temp does have a a meter about him. It's very unique. King not getting that that J set up all the way over there. Will work around it, but nothing fitting in that little cave right there. Gets a J for it. Boppy's left pretty strong, Boppy's right not so much. Takes some time to set up. King having to set up Akibar, but gets a Tetris 362. Boppy at 319. Yeah, Temp is a really cool restreamer. I feel like Temp's restreams are a bit polarizing just because of how Temp commentates, but I don't mind it. Temp was, I think, one of... no, I don't think Temp... Snowy was my first restreamer. I think it was Snowy, Temp, and Abaro were my first three. Boppy knocks down a Tetris. King having to take a second to get the board realigned. It's a lot more for a split double. Ian, you'll be fine against Cat. Put up 300k and you'll be fine. Which I know you can do. Boppy, a couple tucks, has to also get set up Akibar. Finds another bar for a Tetris. 398 at 100 lines. King, same line count at 419. Has maintained about a Tetris lead throughout this game. It has been that evenly paced. Ooh, double long bar coming. Transition approaching 10, 15, 20 lines away. As if players weren't already thinking about the transition to 19. Both players set up here, needing long bars, pretty similar looking stacks, similar Tetrises. Boppy now with the one Tetris lead over King. Oh, King not getting an S-spin. Has one more Tetris available before transition. Boppy as well. Boppy trying to get set up here. As a long bar for a Tetris, King transitions into 19 at 501. Boppy up by 60k at transition. King set up here, needs a long bar. Boppy reopens well, simul Tetris. 595 plays 560. And in chat saying, good game so far, very consistent. I can do nothing but agree. King, both simul Tetris. 624 playing 592. Oh, King! Nice adjustment for the Akibar. Gets a Tetris. Boppy also, I believe, nailing one. Neck and neck here on 22. Boppy Ivar dependent in column 3. Has to work around it. King set up. Boppy's board's climbing. King's holding out for the pieces to come. Lumbar's just not coming. Nothing comes. King tops out 657. Boppy at 670. Takes game number 1. GG's. Oh, that was a barn burner of a game 1. 20,000 point difference up until transition. I've been saying, off topic, but game 5 Scooty vs. Gerald was really close. Yeah, that was an amazing game. The Scooty and Gerald match. I think it came down to 2 Tetrises at the end, which is crazy for Masters semi-final. King choosing a 15 start for game number 2. Let's get game number 2 cracking in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, this month's Mega Masters had an insane amount of very close action. I was curious as to what the closest match would be, or like what the biggest upset would be. I feel like Panic Portal had some really good upset action. King ahead by 11 pushdown points. Both players holding out for the Lombard that comes. Tetris is on the board, separated by those pushdown points. Anyone who tells me not to push down, I remind them of the, it was the Corion and Joseph game, I think it was, where it genuinely did come down to a handful of pushdown points. I forget which CWC that was, but the video's on YouTube. It's a really good video. Both players nailing Tetrises. Boppy at 96,000 even. King with his next Tetris goes at 64. Boppy holding out for pieces for the right. Now has a not so built up left. King having to move pieces over with love of J for the left. Gets it. Oh, but Boppy's board also climbing here. Boppy in a situation as well. Nice flat burn by Boppy. King, a dirty Tetris setup. 105 plays 92 in Boppy's favor. King almost has the well open. Boppy, nice triple to help the stack. Would have loved something to tuck in there. King gets the board built down for another Tetris, takes the real-time points lead. Boppy still digging through. This is what King needs. But yeah, speaking of Mega Masters, I lost so many points during Mega Masters. I started at like 70,000 general points. I think I'm at like 12 now just because I lost so many bets. Boppy with the board reestablished, holding out for a Lombard. Should it ever come? Oh! Weirdly adjusts that J, but works around it nicely. Now has a cave in, kind of a cave in the board. Gets the L tucked in there nicely. King has just been hammering down Tetrises. 158 plays 174 at the 60 line mark. Yeah, I do have a bit of a gambling addiction, what can I say? It's so fun. I'm a patron of this like online forum board that I frequent, and they have an online casino that they have with their kind of insight currency, and because I'm a patron, I get like 5,000 site bucks a month, and so I love gambling. Long story short, I gamble. I gamba. Boppy at Tetris, 187, King at 235 at the 3/4 mark. 18 speeds approaching in 25 lines. I feel like a train conductor every time I say things like that. Better to be addicted to virtual money than real money. Yeah. I'm glad it's a very passive thing. Like the money just gets taken out of my. It's like $5 a month that gets taken out of my bank, and I get that buku amount of in-game insight currency. All aboard the Gilded Train. Choo choo. Yeah, let's get a hype train going. For no reason. Nice adjustment by Boppy. Needs Lombard, gets it just in time. King at 313, 5 lines to transition. Boppy at the same line count at 248. Boppy, well actually King with another Tetris in the bag as well. Boppy, T setup. Kind of curmudgeon-y board, transitions 270. King, one more Tetris available. Try not to burn into transition up high. Needs a Lombard. Takes the triple transitions 321. Lombard comes. Tetris 4 King. Boppy, nice dig getting the board built back down. Oh, early shift of a Z. Gets a T nicely tucked in. King's board built up for a Tetris 387. Almost 100,000 points on Boppy going into almost 19 transition. Boppy getting set up dirty here. Gets a Lombard, gets a Tetris. Oh, S doesn't spin that way. King, one more Tetris in the bag. Gets set up, gets a Lombard. Transitions to 19 at 460. Boppy transitions 332. So over 100,000 the difference here at transition. And Boppy's board is not gonna see a lot of fruit. Kinda moved pieces for a bit. Tops out at 335 though. King at 474. Good for game number 2. GG's. Well played. King's strat worked. Boppy also calling a 15 start. Yeah, the strat of lower level is definitely the way to go. Genuinely. I'm going to be using that to my advantage when I play Yeehaw and Ryan. Both players ready. Let's get game 3 underway. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. No, when I play, who do I play in Submax Out Cup? Ryan? Yeah, it's Ryan. Best believe, like, 9 starts. I unabashedly will do it. I know it, is boring to watch, blah blah, takes time to watch, blah blah. It's a strat. Oh, Yeehaw uses a joystick, what the fuck? I can't get around using a joystick. I feel like that's too much freedom of movement as opposed to using buttons. Boppy, nice adjustments to get set up for a Tetris. Both players at 57 through about 12 lines. Boppy double well though. Sets up for a triple. Pretty nice outcome of that. Gets the wall reopened. Yeah, if it works, then it works. Like, I will profusely apologize to Ryan for making him sit through a game of 9, but he's also gonna destroy me if I pick 18. Boppy trying to get set up dirty here. Has the well for a Tetris, up to 85, King at 118. Not gonna be shameless about it. I mean, it's put as a game mechanic for a reason. If it was 18 starts only, I think it'd be a lot less interesting. thinking back to when I was first discovering Tetris tournaments, and the one that I had thought that I'd seen for an in-person event said, oh, King is building up. Gets lumber for a Tetris. Okay, now I can keep talking. Said that 15 starts was the lowest, and I thought, oh my god. Bobby, a nice T-spin. 3 really consecutive T's is interesting RNG. Bobby making it work, holding out for a Lombard. Takes the triple. King also trying to get set up a row off the bottom. Bobby gets a Tetris 171. King setting 169, needs a Lombard, gets a Lombard, gets the Tetris. At halfway, we are practically tied. 188 plays 191. Yeah, 9 through 18 no vetoes is crazy. Listen, if I have to play 18 and get demolished, I'm gonna make Ryan play 9. She said it was a much equal footing. I don't know about 9. I think I might start at 12, because 9 is really just too slow after a while. 9 is the beginner-friendly level. King really holding out for this column 5 Tetris. Passed up 2 Lombards. Oh, has quite the tug. Has to reopen the wall with the Lombard. But then double skimmed away there, but gets a Lombard for a Tetris in column 5. Is committing to this bit of a center well Tetris. Bobby a Tetris on the right. Both players neck and neck here. A couple hundred points is the difference. Pog Vandy for that mischief. I'm sorry, Kingsman. Pog Kingsman. Mischief of an eye brings out the Pog face. He needs the Pog Vandy lore. So many people in this community, their alts are just Pog somebody else in the community. Kings is Pog Vandy. Dewey's I found out is Pog Macy. Boppy a Tetris. Oh, I should probably tell them transitions a Tetris away. Boppy transitions with this Tetris at 354 onto 18 speeds. King with the well open goes to 18 speeds at 306. 60k the difference at 18 speeds transition. King currently down. Bob Lipton win. I feel like you gotta hunt someone down and force them to take a Pog name for you. Bobby, a really nice sequence for a Tetris, 399. King sets up. Like 17 is such a hard level to play on. Lands away for Bobby. Yeah, 17 is the average player's charcoal. I feel like I need to play a lot more 17 to get used to it. King a bit of a scramble, but gets a Lombard for a Tetris. Is not in a great position right before transition onto 19. Bobby's board also climbing a bit. Is really holding out for a Lombard. Will only get a double out of it. Has a well reopened King transition 366 onto 19. Has a Lombard, gets a channel opened. Bobby transitions 451. Oh, can't get a J over. Bobby tops 454. King 454 is your chase down. Can't move pieces though. King 373. Cannot do it. Boppy takes game number 3. That actually reminds me, I probably should go into my my color settings right before my matches and make sure that 17 doesn't look unpickable for me. King ready on 18. Boppy saying literally whoever picks 15 wins automatically. Good chunk of the time, yeah. Boppy up 2-1, King wanting to take this to a decider. Let's get game 4 counted down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we're off. King with the first Tetris. Boppy knocks one down as well. Sample Tetris here. King ahead by pushdown points again. I'm telling you, it matters. It's important. Boppy, I don't know if they were going for that S-spin, but didn't get it. Tetris 4 King. Boppy trying to open back up the well. Has a hole in the board that they're just gonna work to uncover. King getting reset up. Gets a Tetris. 118. Boppy at 60. Oh, Boppy setting up one off the ground. Not even bothering to try to uncover the hole. Gets a Tetris on top of it. On bar 4 King knocks the Tetris down. Boppy would love a J to tuck in. Doesn't get the S-spin that time either. King, long bar for a Tetris. Boppy. I'm kidding. The long bar for a Tetris. Nobody even Aki barred there. I don't know why it was in my mind. I mean, Boppy kinda did there, but is it really an Aki bar if you're building dirty? Questions that we all must consider. Boppy close to getting this well uncovered. Akibar, with I believe 2K. Well, could be spelled with 2Ks. No, actually 1K, because it's named after Academus. It's where you have 1 through 8 built out for a Tetris, and you have to put a long bar in column 9 to complete it. Named after Academus, which I always thought it was gonna be spelled with 2Ks, but no, Academus spells his name with only 1K. At the halfway mark, Boppy 192, King at 269 plus a Tetris. That is kind of one of the things that I love about Tetris is that there's just so much nonsense theory around it. Like how we have all the like dependency theory and different setup theories. Oh, King holding out for Lombard gets it. Both players' board's not looking hot. 50 lines till transition. Yeah, I mean, setting up Akibar is better than setting up column 9, but they both burn about the same. It does heavily remind me of chess, like with all the openers that people have. I'm And plus, like, I mean, obviously the ELO system. King knocks in a Tetris, goes to 416. Boppy down by 90k. King probably gearing for a 500k transition. Trying to keep the stack flowing. It's a Lombard. Knocks the Tetris down. Boppy set up here, gets a Lombard. Nice. King, Tetris again. 490. 10 lines away. Boppy a couple more lines in the pocket. King, another Tetris, has one more before 19. 519. Transitions 520 in with that double. Flipped insane. 500k trans. Same. That's right. Boppy 466. Hey, that's my PB. Boppy really holding out. Oh, but Hank's Feast is on the left. S bursts. Did it for Boppy. 470 is the top out. King gets it done at 548. Takes us to a game 5. A decider. This is not decider music. This guy isn't either. I think King's gonna play this out. Ooh, misrotates an L. Oh, well open, gets a Lombard for Tetris, 698. Oh, he's greedy. Oh my goodness. $794 on 25. Oh, had it in his hands. Lost it. Oh my goodness, King. King proving that he is the king. Nearly 800k. King smelled the backs. I'm not Tyler, I won't make jokes out of that. I bet you could smell the backs. Alright, let's get set up for this Decider Game 5. My goodness. King, what is your comp PB? Is it the max? Or was that close to it? $900k is comp, okay. Damn. Alright, she got 7-6 seed. Boppy with level select. Boppy saying double max time. Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see like 90% Tetris rates here. Let's give Ben Mullen a run for his money. Bobby Con an 18 start. Double 1.4 into kill screen, yeah. Yeah, here we go. 700k trans, 700k post. Easy. Look at this game 5 decider counted down. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh my god, Kachira took Mirror Riker. Wow, I mean, I kind of expected that. Kachira is scary. If I beat Yeehaw, which big if, that would be a really good match. I mean, it'd be a good match even if Yeehaw beats me. I'm excited about it. But players, 2 touches on the board. Boppy knocking down a third. Yeah, 5 seed taking on 12 seed. Jesus. Did I? No, yeah, I played Escalate in Submax. Did I play? No, that's right. I played my T4 match today. That's right. King's board not looking hot. Had a T-spin set up, but the squares said no. Oh, it's having to really fling pieces here. It's triple. It's the T-spin. Adam's rating. Oh, no, King just can't make pieces move. Tops out at 85k. Boppy already at 106. Takes game 5. Hello, Raiders. You have excellent timing. You're catching. This is the first set, so you're gonna catch set number 2. That first set was 3-2. GG's. Unfortunate for King. But, I mean, when you just came off of an 800k, what do you expect? I'm gonna quickly report this. I don't like this song. And there's your pieces for the second set. They are 4-5, 9-1, 8, Echo 8. And King has first level select. Get these lizards off the board. King Con an 18 start. I'm gonna check seeds before we get going. 4, 5, 9, 1, E8. 4, 5, 9, 1, E8. Perfect. Let's get this 18 start underway. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. But yeah, Adam, thank you for the raid. I would have made a bigger deal of it earlier, but we were finishing out the game. But glad you're here. I will 100% be raiding you in half hour's time to start our match. Love players off to early Tetris. Probably not putting that S where it would have been more helpful. It's a reopen though. It's the Tetris out of it too. King also with 2 Tetrises now. Yeah, I thought my biggest challenge today was going to be Enskelite. I mean, Enskelite was a huge challenge. Yeehaw is gonna be, is gonna put my skills to the test. Oh, King gets a long bar for a Tetris. Boppy, though. Boppy needs a long bar. Gets it over for Tetris. King gets the board built all the way down. Nice dig. I'm trying to remember, I think tier 4 is 12, 15, 18 for level starts, so I'll definitely be using that to my advantage. Adam saying, nice aggression from Boppy. Yeah, Boppy a bit more challenging, sorry, a bit more daring stacker. Lower seed goes first. Oh, good. Good. Yeah, I forgot CDM does that. King of Tetris, 193, Boppy 173 at the same line count. Here we go with this 20,000 lead point deal. King of Tetris. Boppy having to fight with some squares. Gets a lumbar for a Tetris though. Oh, Boppy with a really high right and nothing really coming. Lutonic just cleared 19-2. Damn, nice. Boppy, a lumbar gets a double. Next lumbar gets a Tetris if one comes. Gets a lumbar for it. 253 plays 245 at the halfway mark. Boppy ahead by 10k. King gets a Tetris. We are neck and neck. Boppy getting lumbars over. King, nice square, nice lumbar. It's not often that you hear the words nice square. Oftentimes you hear, what the hell, square? Nice L-tuck there by King. Aids a lumbar, takes the triple. Lumbar comes. Lumbar for a Tetris, 372. Boppy has a dirty setup here. It's a lumbar. It's the dirty Tetris. That helps the board out immensely. However, King has taken quite the lead here due to Boppy being in such a dig at 396 at the 100 line mark. Boppy at 306. Gets Boppy only a single, thanks to really fighting with the board and its parity right now. Both players trying to get the board in some kind of good position before transition. Boppy at 116 lines, King hovering around that mark as well. Back to a neutral board. Boppy also back down to a nice stable board, building up from the bottom. King of Tetris, 473, Boppy, 349. King transitions 520, another 500k transition for King. Boppy transitions 376. Boppy set up here, takes the triple, gets quickly reset up. The bar just really not coming. Either player, both of them were set. Well, Boppy not set up. King with the well open. Lumber for king. Was that a quick tap too? Gets the Tetris and another one. Had a T-tap on the side but didn't want to fill it. There goes Bobby with a board reestablished. Boppy, a really high Tetris getting the bar over. King able to pull off things. Oh, but hangs that T. 592 is the top out. 592 is the chase down for Boppy. 592, currently at 454. So that is a 150,000 point chase down. I don't think it's line outable, just off of my quick math. Again, 592 does it. King is much on goldfish crackers. Are those the flavor blasted goldfish crackers? Oh my god, Bobby. Tetris. Oh, Frank's Red Hot. Nice. I didn't know they made those. Oh my goodness. Bobby sets up, gets another Tetris. 2 more Tetrises does it. Maybe 1 and change. 592.1 gets it. Set up here. Oh, takes the triple. Didn't see the lumbar, only on 26, so can set up for another. Might be line outable now. Has the setup. Yeah, even doubles and triples. Gets the Tetris though. 617 does it. Boppy. Good for game 1. A whole base seasoning goldfish. That's interesting. Boppy about to reach kill screen here. Trying to get set up center well for a Kiltris. Actually has a setup. Has to block the well. Has it uncovered. Had to cover it. Kiltris in the center well, 675. Wow, that was nice. GG's, Boppy. I love when sequences like that just work out. Who's that? Game 2. Or was that game 1? 4, 5. So yeah, that was only game 1. Alright. Both players ready, let's get game 2 counted down. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Thank you, King. I got confused because I normally don't give a lizard out until the absolute end, which I guess I should be a lot better about doing. Just because I get confused in situations like that. But we're all good. You know, we're good. None at all to worry about. Just some good old-fashioned Tetris. King setup. Knocks the first Tetris down. Boppy answers with that lone bar. Oh, Boppy running into some traffic. Has to be very careful to top so many T's that Boppy can't work around. Tops out at 25,000. King 92 takes game number 2. Oh, that was a snowstorm of T's. King getting it done though. 92,000 does it. Boppy, feel free to take a second if you need to. Seeing the Mullins curse is real. Yeah. Tied up 1-1 here. The players ready? Wasted no time, and I'm here for it. Let's get game 3 opened up. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. King is gonna have some Chef Boyardee lasagna after this. You know, I was at the store and I was gonna get a bulk pack, or like a couple cans of Chef Boyardee, but then I noticed they had a much better sale on the bulk wrapped bulk packs, and so I just got a shit ton of regular size ravioli, not the minis. I like the minis, but they're not as filling. Boppy, 2 Tetris on the board. King with an open well and a long bar for the Tetris. King holding out for good pieces to reopen the well, or at least that hole in the stack. Has a nice lumbar tuck, and an open well now. Has a lumbar for it as well. Oh, but Boppy's board, not really benefiting from that lumbar, even though it was plopped into a channel. Boppy bringing this down now, getting nice pieces for the stack. His board also creeping up now. Being a Tetris 128, Boppy at 84. Nice lumbar on Boppy's side. J hopes nicely, gets a J over. And just like that, Boppy has his board back down to the ground. Very, very nice dig on Boppy's side. I thought I wouldn't have been able to get out of that. Getting a column 3 Tetris. Boppy sets up, gets one in column 10. Not as significant as a lead as one might have thought after such a dig. Only 3 Tetrises. 125 playing nearly 200. Oh, Boppy, nice adjustment. Gets the column 4 Tetris. King having to take a bit of a slow detour around Tetris Town. Lumbar comes, both players Tetris. At the halfway mark, 251 for King, 174 for Boppy. Boppy, a couple of tucks necessary in the board. Boppy's board inching up. Hangs an L on the left. Oh, and that might do it for Boppy. Lumbar not going over either. Tops at 203. King 305. Takes game 2. I almost said 3,000 points. 300,000 does it. GG's. Alright, King, now in the 2-1 position. Boppy needing to take this to a game 5. Is Adam still here? Adam, if you're here, I feel like, I mean, you know I can't start until I'm done with this. As long as Yeehaw is good with knowing that I can't start for probably another 15 minutes. But I'll let Adam worry about that. Both players ready for game 4. Let's get y'all counted down. King bopping along to some music. Game starts at Tetris. Who players off? I will say, I love days like today when a lot of Tetris is happening. Like Ronkly's hosting Deathmatch right now. I've got restreams today. Adam's taking 2 restreams in a second. Both players' boards are climbing. Boppy gets a lumbar for a Tetris. That might actually do just the trick. King, nice sequence of pieces. Oh, square's not nice. Oh my goodness, that does it for King at 8,000. Crazy, crazy drought on King's side. Boppy fulfills the prophecy, takes us to our game 10 of possible 10 games. I didn't even have to take the decider away from the screen. I forgot it was up this whole time. It was an omen for the second set decider. That just shows to go yet how close these matches are. We got both players ready on an 18 start. Game 5 comes alive in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. King first Tetris. Boppy knocks one down as well. King might be want to set up 2 off the bottom here. No, it's just gonna take the board back down. Boppy Tetrises. Not great pieces on King's side. Plants in a long bar. Boppy a Tetris. Nice double from King. Trying to get things opened back up. Having to make some sacrifices. Boppy set up for 2 quick Tetrises off of those back-to-back long bars. Boppy, bit of an early lead, 145, playing 56. King finally set back up, close to a neutral board. No holes, no nooks, no crannies. That's a T-spin setup. T just not showing up at all. Oh my goodness, S and Z burst on King's side. King's surviving this, but how much more can King endure? Oh, hangs the J, throws his hands up at 71. What was the piece distro on that game? Oh, Boppy, you're good for the game. Yeah, that RNG was a little broken, a little bit. I'm an RNG blamer, so I'll blame RNG, even if no one else does. But Boppy takes game 5. That brings Boppy to 25 points in the division. With a 4-0 match record, King sits at 4, but hey, that's 1 more than Crinkle. Yeah, King King King's got the right idea. King played really well, but Bobby was just a bit better. So, no, it's not always the player's fault. What do you mean? Okay, I'm gonna get off of here, and Adam, I'll be on your stream in about 5 minutes. I'm gonna quickly do some things real quick. But I'll be on in about 5 minutes. But I'm gonna stop streaming and then go back live once I get set up. Adam, go live. I'm rating you. Let me know when you're live. I'm rating you. Meanwhile, y'all get to, while Adam goes live, y'all can see the real-time setup of me.